So Donald Trump is terrifying Republicans behind the scenes about 2022. The 2022 midterms are fast approaching because politics never sleeps, and a lot of Republicans are concerned that Donald Trump and the big lie and focusing on 2020 and excusing what happened on January 6th and continuing to be a thorn in the party's side is going to hurt them, especially in the Senate election, and especially if he tries to primary moderate Republicans and if he encourages radical Trumpers to run in some of the open races, because a lot of Republican senators have decided not to run again in 2022. I want to read you some reporting on this. It says, hardline conservatives in Trump's mold are launching campaigns for the U.S. Senate, with the pending retirements of some GOP veterans raising concerns among Republican leaders about their electability outside a party primary, reported the Washington Post. You have candidates that want to keep relitigating the past instead of litigating what the Democrats are doing now. That is a very problematic approach for Republicans, said Jessica Taylor, who handicaps Senate races for the Cook Political Report. You're running against a unified Democratic control with history on your side for winning back seats, and they could very well squander that. Democrats are hopeful that they can strengthen their razor-thin Senate majority by running against extreme Republican nominees and an unpopular GOP platform. And that is crucial because, again, history often shows that the party that wins the presidential election usually loses seats in both houses in the subsequent midterm. There are exceptions, of course, but more often than not, the following years after a president wins, they take a backslide. Obama took a big backslide and Trump took one, not in the Senate because of the way the Senate was structured, but took a huge backslide in the House of Representatives. And so Republicans have to be thinking, this is an opportunity for us. The Senate is literally tied. We only have to pick up one seat to get that back, and we only have to pick up 5 or 6 or 7 seats or so in the House to take that back, which are both very doable. We don't even need to have good results historically to flip the houses. We just need to do okay. But now you have Donald Trump off on the side. Is he going to run again or not? He's telling the party they can't fundraise using his name. He continues to spread lies and conspiracies. He continues to take up media space that could be going to other prominent Republicans so they can make names for themselves for 2022 and 2024. And the party seems stuck on like the Trump style culture war BS, like Dr. Seuss and all of that, instead of actually focusing on offering voters something of an alternative to the Democrats. So you end up with a situation where no Republican in the House and no Republican in the Senate voted for a very popular stimulus bill. And they're just focusing on how, Joe Biden somehow is ruining American culture because they actually have nothing to critique him on using the Trump-style playbook. And again, as I noted, there's a lot of retirements coming, and Trump has said he's going to target Republicans like Murkowski and all the rest who didn't stand with him or stood against him on impeachment and those sorts of things. And if Trumpers win in some of these states where the voters maybe aren't extremely conservative, that could make a difference. And it's not even just primarying, it's people like Ron Johnson, somebody who's up for re-election in 2022 in Wisconsin, but has become such a Trump conspiracy theorist that he likely could turn off moderate voters in his state. And so this is the scenario here. And you love to see it if you're not a Republican, if you're an anti-Trumper, like myself and like many of the people who watch this channel, you love to see it because this is an opportunity for the Republicans to really blow it. They have the ball on first and goal in terms of turning the Senate and the House red, and they might not do it because the Trump cult trumps, no pun intended, or I guess pun intended, their desire or their need to provide a platform. They've offered nothing to the American working class. It's all culture war BS and Trump reminiscing. If they continue to do that, the Democrats might get bailed out from the historic losses that the president's party faces in his first midterms.